Oh, I'm tired, but I'm also really hungry, so we're gonna make breakfast now, and it's gonna be a super quick and simple one today. So this is really nice for when you maybe don't have so much time, but you still want to get a really highly nutritious, high protein breakfast. And we're just gonna scramble some eggs, adding some salt. I'm using these herbs à la Provence. Just mixing it. A little bit of butter, and then we're just gonna pour in our egg mix. And then I'm just chopping a little bit of veggies on the side. I have these fancy colored tomatoes, like different colors. Also adding some avocado. Doesn't look the prettiest, but that's fine. Just adding a bit more salt. And here we have a super quick but super nutritious breakfast. And this is really such a good combi because we have both the protein from the eggs, but also the fiber from all the veggies and healthy fats from the avocado. So really, really nice for our blood sugar, and also to help keep us full for longer. And just in general, you know it, we need that protein in the morning. Nothing exciting has been happening the last few hours. I've just been doing some work. I had a cappuccino with whole milk. I always switch between whole milk and almond milk. And now I'm gonna make lunch. I just got a delivery from my friend Marlene, who makes so much sourdough bread, and it's amazing. And she just brought me a loaf, which is so sweet of her. So that's what we're gonna have for lunch today. But seriously, I really need to start learning how to make my own sourdough bread. You know, one thing I wanted to talk about with you is that I really find it so fascinating to observe how your hunger changes during the female cycle. So at least for me, I notice it so crazy much, how much more hungry I am during the second half of my cycle, which I'm in right now. So I feel so super hungry. But the interesting thing is, did you know that you actually burn up to 500 more calories when you are in your luteal phase? I think that's so fascinating, right? So the body just really needs more energy. And yeah, we're gonna give it that energy now. Here is our sourdough bread, and it's still warm. There's nothing better than warm, freshly baked bread. And she also made it with whole grain flour, so that's super nice. I don't really have a bread knife, so I'm just doing it with this one here. Oh my god, it smells so good. And we're gonna make two kinds of toppings. I'm just gonna cut some red bell pepper. For the first slice, we're just gonna mix some cottage cheese with Greek yogurt. I feel like that gives it such a nice flavor, because sometimes having just pure cottage cheese can be a bit boring. So we're just gonna add a little bit of the Greek yogurt and then the cottage cheese, and just kind of mixing it together. And then we're gonna add our bell pepper on top, and this is just such an amazing combination because I love the crunchiness and freshness of the bell pepper. And for our second slice, we're gonna use the rest of the avocado from this morning. I'm just gonna smash it a little bit in here. Okay, then placing it on here. I'm adding a little bit of lemon juice, salt, and then a few pistachio nuts onto the avocado. And this is also just an amazing combination. I've just decided to make 2 more eggs. Okay, amazing lunch. I'm in love with this lunch. But there's also just really nothing better in this world than sourdough bread, right? I'm just cutting one more slice because I'm still a bit hungry. And we definitely need to make a sweet version as well. Oh my god. And what we're gonna do is add pistachio butter. This is gonna be a crazy nice combination. I'm just spreading that on top. And then we're gonna add some more pistachios. Okay, what a crazy dream is this? Sourdough bread with nut butter is just really next level nice. It's crazy. Before dinner, I did a booty pilates workout, and I'm actually gonna film this exact one, what I did there, for my Patreon. So you can practice with me on Patreon, where I upload minimum 1 new class every week and where I also have different series. The link for that is down below in the description. Hello again from the kitchen. It's time to make dinner, and I love listening to podcasts while I'm cooking. I'm just listening to an episode of the Huberman Lab podcast. And what we're gonna make is the healthy high protein pizza, which I am obsessed with. And what we need is 1/2 cup of almond flour, or any flour you like, and then 1 cup of cottage cheese, 2 eggs, and then also adding just a little bit of salt and then mixing it together so that it gives a nice creamy dough. It's totally fine if it still has like pieces from the cottage cheese in there. It doesn't have to be fully blended. Then we're gonna place it on a baking tray, making the pizza base, and then placing the whole thing in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. And then meanwhile, I'm gonna prepare the toppings, cutting some cherry tomatoes and then putting some tomato sauce in a bowl so that we can mix it with some herbs, some garlic flakes, and then also some salt. So making our own kind of pizza sauce here, which I really prefer because so often the ones you can buy in the store have added sugar in them or like all sorts of stuff. So we want to keep it really clean. And the pizza is ready and we can take it out of the oven, putting the tomato sauce on top, spreading it evenly. And I love to add some rocket leaves and the cherry tomatoes, and then the absolute highlight, which is a stracciatella, some more salt, and then also some olive oil, which was almost empty. But that is honestly one of my favorite pizza toppings ever. But of course you can top it with whatever you like. It's such an amazing alternative to normal pizza because it's so high in protein. Depending on the flour you use, it has no simple carbs and just tastes really, really nice. So I hope you will try this. For breakfast, I'm gonna use some of the sourdough bread that I got yesterday and put 2 slices in a pan with a little bit of butter so that it gets nicely roasted and crunchy, and it's just the best. Oh my god. And then putting it on a plate and making some scrambled eggs. I'm just gonna put 2 eggs, again with a little bit of butter in a pan. By the way, I love this pan so much. I'm gonna link it for you down below because it's totally non-toxic, which is really crucial with kitchenware. And then back to our bread, which we're gonna top with some labneh and then sauerkraut, which is amazing for our gut health. Adding the eggs, and that's it. Such a quick, easy, and a super nice breakfast. For lunch, I'm making one of my favorite go-tos. You maybe already know this one if you have been watching my other videos, but this is honestly just such an amazing dish because it is so high in protein, omega-3, and also so amazing for the gut. So I used 5 tablespoons of chia seeds that I mixed with kefir, and I'm blending it well and letting it stand maybe for like 10 to 15 minutes. Meanwhile, preparing the toppings, which I always try to alternate a little bit. Today I'm going for 1 kiwi and 1/2 of a green apple. And in between, always making sure to stir your chia pudding a little bit. And then adding our toppings on top, also some blueberries, some almonds, and then some pistachio butter, because no meal here without any nut butter, right? And then we have our lunch. So quick and easy. I'm going to the studio now to film some classes. I have actually a really long list of yoga classes and pilates classes I want to film. Just finished filming, and I by the way put on a different outfit, and I really love this one. I'm gonna link it for you down below. It's super pretty, I think. But can you see what else is really, really pretty? Is the sunset. Like, oh my god, the sunsets here are just really so special. I just came back home. I am dying. I'm so hungry, and I'm just gonna have leftover from yesterday, the pizza, and it's not gonna look pretty because I had to kind of squash it in here. So yeah, it looks interesting now. Doesn't look like pizza anymore, but it's still good. So we're gonna eat it. Okay, yeah. Definitely looks a bit weird now, but that doesn't matter. I am back for a second course. I just made myself another sourdough bread, similar to this morning, but this time with cottage cheese, but again with some of the sauerkraut. Good morning. I'm having a cup of spearmint tea, this one here, which I really love, and it's super good to balance the hormones. So I'm currently having a cup every day, and now it's time to make breakfast, which I can't wait to show you because it's one of my favorites. It's scrambled high protein pancakes. Let's do it. Starting off with peeling one banana, and then we're just gonna smash it with a fork. Next we're gonna add 2 eggs, and half a cup of cottage cheese. So this is like 150 grams. Then I'm gonna use almond flour again, but you can use any flour you like here. Also, I think oat flour is really nice. I'm gonna just add 4 tablespoons, like very big tablespoons. Then I'm gonna add silent cinnamon, and then we're just gonna mix the whole thing. The next thing is optional. I love to add a bit of milk, so just like a shot, so that it gets a little bit more fluid, because the last thing I'm gonna add is chia seeds, and because they're always soaking, it's good that the dough is a little bit more fluid so it doesn't get too dry. So just adding 2 tablespoons, and I'm just gonna let it stand for maybe 5 minutes so the chia seeds can soak a bit more. Now adding a little bit of butter into a pan, and then we're just gonna add the whole dough. And then I'm gonna go in and scramble it. Oh, it smells so good. Time for the toppings. I'm gonna add, of course, some Greek yogurt and some blueberries and some pomegranate. And lastly, the peanut butter cinnamon date, which is insane. It's so good. Et voila, scrambled high protein pancakes. I'm really excited for this. How do you like it?
So good.
It's so good, right? I love the cinnamon taste in it. You have to try this. It's so good. Get 1 matcha haven iced, and without any sugar or any sweet, and just regular milk. Yes, thank you. assistant, sales assistant, and I'm oftentimes having a really hard time with that, you know, when they just try and talk you into buying everything. But I only bought the necessary things that I really needed, which I'm very proud of myself. I got a really nice glow, I think, but it got a bit too much for my taste. But whatever. Now I'm on my way home and we are gonna go out for dinner with our friends, and I'm looking really forward to that. Okay, I just adjusted the makeup a little bit, and Jacob actually loved it, right? You really liked it. And I do think it definitely always is such a difference if someone professional does it, right? But yeah, it was just a tiny bit too much. But I have to say, I really love the Charlotte Tilbury products. I think the problem is just really that they are not clean, right? And we are on a mission of only using clean products. But anyways, I hope I can manage to do my own makeup like that next week for our wedding. So good.
Yeah.
Starting off with some edamame, carpaccio, and some fried green beans, right?
Very nice.
Oh my god, it tastes incredible.
Yeah.
Some ginger and wasabi. Oh my god. For the mains we got chicken, beef, and some cabbage. Wow.
Mochi selection. We have got chocolate, coconut and coconut.
Okay, I can't wait to show you today's breakfast because it's so super good, and this was the first time I actually tried it. We are taking chia seeds, 4 tablespoons, and then we add 1 teaspoon of matcha and mixing it together, adding our kefir, which is so good for our gut health, and blending it together. So this is similar to what I had for lunch the other day, but obviously different with the matcha, and I promise you have to try this because it's so good. I let it stand for a little bit, then we add our toppings. Today it's raspberries, blueberries, pomegranate, Greek yogurt, and almond butter, of course. And honestly, this was just amazing. This tastes so nice with the matcha. It's actually the first time ever I've tried this to mix in matcha, and it tastes so nice. I love it. Look what we got here. Another sourdough delivery from my friend Marlene, and it's just the best. So that's what we're gonna have for lunch. I am so excited because I'm gonna go now to a ceramic course with my friend Marlene, which I wanted to do for such a long time, you know, where you can make your own things. I really hope I can maybe make a nice cup or a plate or something like that. That could be super nice, and yeah, so excited to try it. Hello. My little pottery station. And Tina. And Nicole.
Squeeze the water out, pressing it on the center, moving towards the floor, just to make this a little damp. And then I'll smack it down.
I think we're doing really well here. and it's definitely so much fun. The final piece. I'm super excited for dinner because we're gonna make one of our current favorite dishes, which is steak with some super nice sides, starting off with cutting a sweet potato to make sweet potato fries. Now we're gonna put the sweet potato in a bowl to season it a bit, adding a little bit of olive oil and some paprika powder, salt, and then I'm just gonna mix it a bit with my hand, massaging it in. And then we're gonna spread the sweet potato onto our baking tray. And placing that into the oven.
Today we are having the Angus beef ribeye steaks, the best they have today. Looking forward to it.
And meanwhile, I'm gonna wash some asparagus that I'm gonna fry with some butter.
Now salt, the important thing is to really salt it. It's salted a lot more than what people think. The important thing is when you cook it that the pan is very hot. Remember to use butter, lots of butter.
Yeah. Time to cut the meat. You had to pull it down a little, right?
Yeah.
So it was first standing there for how long?
8 minutes.
8 minutes, okay, to cool down.
To rest.
To rest.
Makes it much
Ooh,
more
it looks
tender.
good.
Perfect cooked.
The sweet potato looks so good. Mmm. Wow, what a dinner. Mm. Oh, I forgot to show you, we also have this sauce here, pepper sauce, which actually only Jacob likes. I don't really like it, but yeah, I think it's just a store-bought one, right?
Yeah.
We're actually gonna watch the Swedish Bachelor while we eat, because we're somehow obsessed with it. It's so fun, and we watch it with Danish subtitle, which is actually really good for me, because so I practice my Danish and also Swedish. Anyways, that's what we're gonna do now, and the food turned out so nice.
Hur känns det för dig, Filippa? En ny familjemedlem. Perfekt. Då ska vi nu.
For a little dessert, I'm having 3 dates with nut butter, and it's just the best dessert in the world. I'm gonna take out the stone, and we take some of the almond butter and put it inside the date. So easy and just so delicious. And they just have the best medjool dates in Dubai. Mm. I just finished teaching and now going to Dubai Mall, and also gonna try and find something nice to eat. Need to find some food now. There's this one place I want to go to that I know from Athens. So I've been there in Athens, and they make the most insane nut butters and healthy meals, especially healthy desserts. And I cannot wait to go there again because I remember that it was so crazy good. Time for lunch, and I'm excited for this one because I'm gonna try something new with tofu. I'm just starting off by chopping it into some pieces. For the tofu, I've been wanting to try something new. So I added 1 teaspoon of pistachio butter, 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, and then some apple cider vinegar and some garlic flakes, and then blending that together so it gave this kind of creamy, nice sauce. And then adding that whole thing onto the tofu once the tofu was already like goldenly baked. Adding that on top and stirring it in well. And then once the kale was steamed, I'm adding that to the veggies, some apple cider vinegar on top, some olive oil, also some salt, so that's how I usually do my dressing. I love that combination. And also some herbs, mixing it all together and then transferring it onto a plate and adding the tofu on top. I just got showered and changed, and now I'm gonna go pick up our wedding rings. I'm so excited to see them. On my way home, and I'm so happy with them. They turned out exactly how we wanted them to be, and I have to say it feels so crazy now, even though this is only our small civil wedding that we're gonna have in 1.5 weeks from now. We still want to have a bigger one later on, but it starts to feel very real and very crazy, but I'm so much looking forward to it. For dinner, we're making another viral Instagram recipe. It's this sweet potato beef bowl. Maybe you've seen it. I had it all over my Instagram. And we're gonna give it a try now, starting with peeling 1 sweet potato. Next, we're just gonna chop the sweet potato in small, kind of bite-sized pieces. Now I'm just gonna fill them into a bowl to season them a little bit. Adding some olive oil, some paprika powder, and salt. And then I'm just gonna massage it in with my hand. And then spreading them evenly onto a baking tray. And then into the oven. Just going in now halfway to kind of turn them around a little bit so they get evenly baked. I'm adding some butter into a pan to fry some beef. Now we're gonna add some organic minced beef. So always making sure with meat that it's organic and ideally also local. Now adding that to the pan. Little dessert, I'm having Greek yogurt with blueberries, dark chocolate, and a bit more of the pistachio nuts.